Hello everybody, welcome back once more to Anime Yay or Nay. I'm TheOutbackAl.
I'm hot for justice.
I'm Chibi Noob.
And I'm NB Jitters.
And we're back. We what did we watch this week? We watched Magia Record episode 6.
Yes.
And Tokyo Mew Mew episodes 31 to 34.
Uh-huh.
And usually I'm starting to get these things right. Good for me.
Yay.
Proud
So-
of you.
So, I think last week we started with Magia Record because we just watched it and it's a little fresher in our heads. Though to be fair, I walked in, you guys were just watching Tokyo Mew Mew as well. So I'm assuming we all had a busy week.
Yeah.
It's like we had to cram. I actually was I was cramming before I came here. I was playing them at 1.5 and ×2 speed just to just cram before I drove over. So anyway, let's get into it. So Magia Record, we got introduced to some new people today.
Yep.
Felicia, which is an
Felicia.
easy enough a name to remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She used a hammer.
Yeah.
She's
Oh,
a
yeah.
blonde girl with pigtails who uses a hammer. Where have I seen that before?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And she is a self-proclaimed mercenary
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
who fights for money, but only $10,
Yeah.
which is
Not a good business proposition.
No.
no, not really. I mean, you could be charging more for those kind of skills, but no one
yeah.
really likes her after working with her, so that's probably why her prices are low.
Mm-hmm.
She meets up with Aroha whenever they both end up in this. It's kind of like a fair kind of
It's like
looking
a
thing. They're in a witch lair.
cafe.
Yeah, like a cafe type thing where they're giving out lucky owl water,
Mm-hmm.
which is a thing that you drink it and you get lucky.
Yep.
And boy, did they get lucky.
Yeah.
That sounded weird when I said that.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's a rumor. It's another witch-like creature, but we're still not sure exactly what they are.
They call them the Uwasa.
Well, I think that's just the name for this particular one. Each of them kind of had their own name. Every witch kind of has its own name.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's something specific to the species of what it is, or simply the creature. So yeah, the Uwasa, the lucky owl water thing, is handing out bottles of water to people for free.
Mm-hmm.
And it's here, you'll get lucky, but you can only get one a day. And they've been going around. Apparently, you can get 24 lucky things to happen to you when you drink the owl water. But after you run out of lucky things to happen, something really bad happens, but no one knows what yet. But you can always come back for more.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like heroin. First hit's
Wow.
free, and then it's keep coming back, keep coming back. Well, I don't think it's that far off. I feel like
No,
there's
you're-
always kind of been a level of some messages about certain witches have certain powers and abilities, and they're based on certain human shortcomings or susceptibilities of some kind. And I mean a substance that you ingest makes you feel really great, and then and when it runs out you feel terrible, and then you have to come back for more. That sounds a lot like drugs to me.
Yeah.
So
Good comparison.
yeah. But yeah, so they find out about that after they go gambling. I don't know what the laws are like in Japan, but I'm pretty sure 12-year-olds can't go to a casino and play the slots. But they do anyway.
Aren't they 14 or 16 or something like that?
Either case, generally speaking, most people aren't able
Iroha,
to...
I think, is 14, 15 years old. Yachio is actually 19?
Someone did comment on our previous video and say that I think that...
Yachio
I don't know where that came
was
from, but
older,
they
but-
might have confirmed it.
Yeah.
Which we kind of got into a bit of a conversation in the comment section about well, chronologically, yes, but how old are they physically? Do they stop aging? Because we kind of went into this a little bit last
yeah.
time, because we're not entirely sure. And I kind of postulated, well, they're essentially a corpse. Do they stop aging? Do they need to eat? Do they need to sleep? Do they need to do anything? Because you can turn off certain functions in the body, because we saw that in the previous series.
Mm-hmm.
When they turned off the pain receptors in Sayaka's body, so she didn't feel anything anymore. And, they're clearly... Other than when Mammy's head got bitten off, they're clearly surviving injuries that normal people could not. Sayaka got stabbed a million times and still kept going.
Yeah.
I actually think the only reason that Mammy didn't survive was because she keeps her soul gem on her head. And that's probably why she died when that happened. Had it bit any other part of her body off, she would have been fine.
Yeah.
This, again, is speculation. Yeah, but in either case, they don't look old enough to be gambling. They probably should be thrown out of that casino.
Yeah.
But they're not, and they make a lot of money, and which is good for Felicia because that's her whole deal. She's a greedy little hammer person. What else? They run into Yachio,
Yeah.
and it's explained. Oh, that owl water. Guess what? That was probably a witch. Like you couldn't tell from, like with all the imagery you were seeing. And yeah, what's up? You got a thing?
Okay, so a gambling age in Japan is 20 years old.
They're definitely not that.
Nope.
So, yeah. But, yeah, they're finding out, oh, it's another one of those rumor things that we're not entirely sure if it's a witch or if it's witch adjacent or what it is, but we should track it down and stop it. Because you guys are on a ticking clock right now of, like, you know, how much time before the bad thing happens.
Let's not forget, too, that she also runs into another returning character from the original show.
Yes, you do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my wife, Kyoko.
Kyoko's in the house in the
Yeah.
city area. She didn't do much.
No.
I feel like Mammy did a lot more when she showed up.
I think she's staking out the city.
That's fair. You know what? She did do that in the beginning of Madoka as well. When she first showed up, she's kind of just observing before she goes in. She's a
Yeah.
hunter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She knows how to stalk her prey.
Is it Yachio? Is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, she pretty much tells her, hey, the rules are don't poach, it's first come, first serve, and don't kill any magical girls. And she's like, yeah, I'm going to do whatever I want.
I mean, I think she could work with that. I mean, it's like, if the amount of witches there is so abundant that it's just like, you know,
It's a
who cares?
free-for-all,
Yeah.
more or less.
Yeah, but is
Like-
she going to go along with it? Because you know how level-headed Kyoko was.
That's fair, but like
true.
if there's one around every corner, I think even she would be like, "Oh, someone's already here. Yeah, there's another one around the corner. I'll just find that." Like, I don't know, but it's hard to say. She is kind of following them a little bit,
Yeah.
and I guess trying to suss out the situation because,
I'm-
like, you know, she wants to find out some information first.
I'm wondering if she's working with Mammy. Potentially, because
It's possible, I guess.
they do know each other. That is confirmed that they do know each other.
Yes, because she in the original series she did know about Mammy.
Mm-hmm.
However, I don't know that they were ever on good terms because she clearly waited until Mammy was dead before she ever made a move on the original city.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, Mammy other than with Madoka and Sayaka, was kind of territorial.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It's kind of hard to say exactly.
Also, Homura,
Yeah.
like in previous timelines before, Homura kind of went, like, and started doing
Became
more of
Homura?
her- Yeah, doing her own thing.
Yeah. I mean, I think Mammy just liked to be a mentor. That might have been part of it, and I don't think there was much she
Yeah.
could have mentored in Kyoko since she was already a magical girl.
Yeah, I think, I'm not sure who was at that game longer, but it feels like Kyoko may be more of a veteran than Mammy is.
Possibly, but that would make me think maybe she could take down Mammy. So it might have been either, I don't know, maybe Mammy was stronger. She was pretty powerful. She just, you know, didn't always keep her eye on the prize that much. And maybe Kyoko was just like, didn't want to deal with the hassle of it.
Maybe they had an agreement?
I mean, it's possible. Yeah, we've seen situations where magical girls have made alliances, specifically Kyoko with Homura.
Mm-hmm.
So she can work with people if the prize is big enough. Which is probably why she's stalking them right now. She probably thinks they're after a pretty big prize. I want to know what's going on and what I can work with this.
Yeah.
Which is smart. Which is maybe probably what Mammy should have done in the first place, as opposed to just jumping out and being like, "Hey, bitches, I'm here and I'm ready to do whatever I'm going to do."
Which apparently she's a lot more adversarial in the game.
I mean,
From what the comments were saying.
I mean, granted, the first time we saw her in the original series, she was there to save Madoka and Sayaka, and she, like, automatically, like, protected them and was very mom-like and was, like, on their side. But any of her interactions with Homura, she's very antagonistic.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she doesn't outright, like, go after her, I think, because she's not... Again, Homura isn't outright attacking her. But at the same time, it's like, she's like, hey, watch your shit.
She's drawing a line.
Yeah.
For sure.
She's definitely got that whole, you know, I'm not going to draw first blood, but if you try something, I will end this fight.
Mm-hmm.
So, Yeah, we'll just have to see who picks a fight with Mammy first, because I really want to see that.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
back to the show.
Yeah, they run into the witch lair again, if we can call it that. We'll call it the restaurant for now. And, of course, Felicia, being the idiot, goes in and just tries to attack, and they're like, oh, you don't deserve the water. And then they run away before they can either get more to extend their time or stop the witch.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So they go running around again trying to find another one, or another location.
And while this is all going on, the luck counter is counting down.
Yeah, we're about at 13, I think.
Yeah,
which is a little over half
Mm-hmm.
before we're at the halfway point of how much time they got.
Yeah.
Which kind of equates about to what I think the witch is trying to do. It's like trying to get a daily thing going.
Yeah.
You might get like a lucky thing every hour.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, people will constantly be coming out for more. But then we run into some new people.
Yeah.
Or old people. I don't know. It's hard to say. They're all wearing cloaks.
They're all wearing cloaks. They're all, like, aware of magical girls and witches, and they're wanting to eradicate the witches. Are they the Magius?
They keep bringing up the Magius. I don't know if they are the Magius, or if they're working with the Magius, or if it's like an organization or an individual. It's hard to say.
Or if the Magius are, like, the new breed of whatever we're seeing going on in the city.
Yeah, the rumors and that. The witches that aren't witches.
Yeah. So, but...
They are powerful, and we've seen witches killing other witches in this show.
Yeah.
Which is something we haven't seen as much anymore.
Mhm.
Probably because, I don't know, thinking about it, the witches were kind of spread apart in the last series. They weren't as condensed, so there probably wouldn't be them fighting that much.
Yeah.
So.
But, so we run into them. They give Felicia an offer she doesn't want to refuse.
Yeah, they're like, hey, we'll pay you to be part of this, and you can kill a bunch of magical girls. So her backstory was that her parents were killed by a witch.
Yep.
Which I'm like, it's probably a common story, honestly.
And her payment is revenge.
Yeah.
Come join us, and we'll let you kill all witches that are left.
She accepts.
It's for the greater good. The greater good.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's where the episode ends. It's
With
like
a very scary shot of her face.
Oh yeah, she got creepy real fast. But yeah. Do we kind of have a thought on who the cloaked people were? Because some people have disappeared from the owl water.
It is
stuff.
probably them.
More than likely. But my question is, are they magical girls? Are they just people that are like, I guess, being supplemented power from the witch creature? Or
probably a mixture of both.
Possibly. I'm interested to see, like, do they possibly know them in some way? Because
Maybe.
we had a new group of magical girls in the beginning who were with Felicia that I'm assuming are pointless and irrelevant because
Yeah. Well, I
we
mean, they're
didn't
not
get
even in the
names.
intro sequence.
Yeah. But we also haven't seen that last group we were with in a while. And actually, the last time we saw them, they were kind of fucked.
Yeah.
So
There were about 6 of them.
I thought there were only 3 of them.
No, there were like 3.
Rana, Kaide, and
No, I mean for the group that we saw, like with the cloaks, there were 6 of them in total.
Let's see. If we count the 3 from the previous group, how many were in Felicia's group? Were there 4 or 3 of them? 4 including Felicia or without Felicia?
4. There was the one with the silver hair, the one with the red hair, the blue one.
Was there a green one, or am I thinking of the intro with the shield girl?
No, there was a green one.
Okay.
So, the thing is like, there were 6 cloaked figures in all. I don't think it's going to be any of them.
Alright, that's possible. Everything at
Anyway.
this point is speculation. We're only halfway through the series now, so.
Yeah.
It's 12 or 13 episodes?
13.
13? Okay. It's roughly halfway. I don't know. Do we have any predictions going on? I think we covered basically everything that's in there.
Not really. Like, I think it might be a little too early for me to come up with more predictions right now.
It's never too early for me.
I know.
I'm like, first episode, here's the bad guys and whatever else.
Well, I mean, I still stick by my theory for who the bad guy is. But
The, what's her face?
the coordinator. Yeah.
More than likely. We did get a shot of her today where she was kind of like, some people came to complain about Felicia.
Mm-hmm.
She's kind of like, that one's trouble, sip tea. I'm like, oh god, you're in such an evil position that no one's
Which
going to be surprised
apparently
when it's you.
Felicia is wanted.
Yeah.
Like, she has a wanted sign.
I'm wondering whether that's symbolic, like people are actually going to do something about it, or whether it's just like, blacklisted kind of thing. Don't work with this person.
Maybe in her blind fury, she killed a magical girl before.
I feel like things would be a little more intense then.
Yeah.
I mean, Yachio went to see the lady, saw the wanted poster, and is totally okay with being around Felicia. If she murdered someone, I don't know that she'd be.
I'm pretty
cool with
sure,
everything.
like, Felicia would be after her. Like, not Felicia. Yachio would be after Felicia
Yeah.
if she had done something like that. Considering,
Because that's rule number one.
yeah, considering especially, like, how, like, I think she works kind of closely with the coordinator, just from, like, what it seems.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know if the coordinator ever leaves their home. They might be like working with them in like a I'm your guy in the field kind of thing.
yeah. True. Any other thoughts? Gav? What do you think?
I don't know, man. I know way less about Madoka than I thought I did, but even then, I didn't know that much compared to everyone else.
To be fair, I've spent a couple years doing like background research on some
Yeah,
stuff.
I was gonna
so
say you're.
I use that to hide jokes in places.
So, yeah, I mean, I'm just interested to see where it goes next, so...
When you brought up, how Mommy was like territorial and like always lets you know that she means business, I was just thinking of your bridge series.
I'm gonna fuck you up. I mean, yeah. I mean, this is like we kind of base them a little bit on the characters, just like overblown a little bit.
Yeah.
No, it's worth it.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see how it ends. But I did think it was interesting that we kind of saw a witch kind of how they were operating, which is a little bit different. We usually see that like right in the middle. The only other one that I can think of is kind of whenever Tomi got
Right.
hit,
Yeah.
and it had them running around, kind of recruiting people a little bit.
Have we seen witches' kisses on any of the people?
Last episode, I think Yachio and
Okay, yeah,
Iroha,
they did. They
but
had those emblems on them. Okay.
I don't know. Part of me wonders, and this could be interesting, if you drink the water, is the witch kiss on like your stomach, so you wouldn't even be able to see it. It's an interesting thought. Oh, I'm being informed by someone who's apparently not on this podcast today that it was not a witch. Well, we don't know what it is. We're going to have to call it a witch for now, because we don't really have another term for it yet, unless it is a magius. Which that's like the first time we've heard that term.
What did they call the monsters in the Rebellion movie? Where they weren't witches?
They were nightmares.
And
Because they only
then
seem to happen when you're asleep.
at the end of the original Madoka series,
Those
those
were wraiths.
monsters were wraiths. So we've got a couple different things.
True, but the wraiths and nightmares occurred because the incubators had no other way of transforming energy and that, because they couldn't use witches. This is still in the timeline of witches. So whatever they are, they're going outside of the laws that the incubators created for the system, which is probably also why incubators can't get in there.
Right.
So someone's messing with something. That's been clear from the beginning.
Yeah.
The question is still who, what, and why, which we'll probably get at some point down the line. You're probably right. It is the adjuster or whatever her name is. Coordinator. That was it. But yeah, it was interesting to see them operate because other than Hitomi, we haven't really seen them like, and maybe the lady in episode 2 who's like jumping off the building. We don't really see them drawing people in, but this one was like going around and like whispering in people's ears and like, have you heard the rumor? Have you heard the rumor? And it's like, I guess it's hard to say whether they actually saw them or not, or whether it was like they couldn't recognize what they were.
I think what Yachio explained it as was, it's not that they can see them, it's that they're like subliminally like planting like the idea.
Yeah, it's like play Led Zeppelin backwards and you hear all the satanic messages. I'm not saying that's real, but there's been people like talking about subliminal messages in media and all sorts of other stuff. you know, so it could be very similar to what you're saying, yeah.
Yeah, because I think more or less I'm even just wondering, like, maybe it's like these creatures are based off of, like, because it's always a rumor. Like, maybe it's like a rumor mill.
Yeah,
They're
that's true.
just being, like, cranked out. Like, hey, here's another one. Go check it out.
That's true. It's hard to say where these things are drawing power from, since they don't have a grief seed.
They're
and
drawing power from people's belief in them.
Well, that's true. So, because we were kind of talking about, like, the yokai stuff, the urban legend things, and like, even with the little slugger stuff from the anime from before, Paranoia Agent, it's kind of going off American Gods logic.
Yeah, where if you give credence to it, it will come true.
Which explains why, for some reason, this seems like a more peaceful witch.
Yeah.
Where it's like, hey, I'm not going to draw you in and try to eat you. Here, just drink this and then come back later. Everything's cool. This will be great. And honestly, it's like, weirdly enough, you probably could live with this. You just have to keep coming back for more, which is going to suck. And if it eventually starts, like, doing something like, oh, now give me a piece of your soul for this. And I don't know exactly how it will work. But
Yeah.
it's like, it's they're changing up their strategies from straight up destruction to other methods of either getting people hooked on them or getting people to believe in them or to draw energy from them, whatever they're doing. So it's maybe these witchers are smarter, or whatever these witch adjacent creatures are.
Yeah.
So it's at least interesting to see where that's going to go, and we'll find out who's doing it, why they're doing it, and what the implications are. And it's all going to mean nothing, because this all happens before the original series, and it's all a different timeline, and nothing's going to matter at the end. So all of this is pointless. But it's fun pointlessness. Any other thoughts on this?
Nope.
All right. Well, we watched another show. More so, yet I think we might talk about it less, simply because, like, there's less to speculate on. We watched Tokyo Mew Mew, 31 through 34, and you told me after we finished recording last week that this was going to be a bunch of filler episodes, and you were right.
Yeah, I told you.
So, to be fair, I'm going to throw this out there, because I was really ragging on it last week.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just that now I'm used to it being in the subversion, and I can actually, get past the whole, I miss all the other voices and all the other better lines, and that I'm just actually sitting and kind of watching the show for what it is. I think I did enjoy these episodes a little bit more. Or maybe they were just more ridiculous, and that's a little more my speed and style. I can't really say, but I did have a little more fun this week than I did last week.
Cool. Yay.
I didn't say it was a yay yet.
Oh no.
Oh, we should say that that Madoka thing. We're going to the end of the series. There's no question about it. We're not going to get to the next episode and be like, nah, drop it.
Yeah.
So anyway, Mew Mew 31. This is Daddy's episode.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Sort of. You need to show someone something? I know you're reaching. What you doing? What you got?
I have a question.
What do you got?
Does anyone have change for a 20?
No.
No.
Why? What's up?
My parents were asking.
No.
That is unfortunate.
Alright. That's it.
I have $1.
I have a 20.
I have $1. I can help you with a vending machine.
I probably have, like, some random change, but that is about it.
Alright.
Okay, so Daddy's back. Or Father's back. One game match for Ichigo is the name of episode 31. And again, I don't like these titles. I made that clear before. I won't go into it again. Anyway, Daddy's getting a little overprotective of his daughter now that he finds out that she's dating Mark. I'm not calling him by his
That's
Japanese
fine.
name.
I don't care.
We know who Mark is. That's pretty much it. Were there any special details? There weren't any aliens or anything. It was really just Dad doesn't want his daughter dating.
It's like we got a little bit of background, like, on the parents.
Yeah, you don't normally get that.
Yeah, so apparently, like, Ichigo's mom and dad started dating when they were in middle school, and
Not dissimilar from Zoe and Mark.
yeah, the thing is her father, Ichigo's grandfather, basically was doing the same treatment that her dad is doing to Mark. So also kind of in the same way that, like, challenged him to a duel, he wouldn't back down, and, like, she kind of had to intervene, like,
Yeah,
for
like,
her father to see, hey, okay, I'll let you two be together.
yeah. See how committed they really are.
Yeah.
I'm going to give points to Mark in this.
Mhm.
I've always said Mark is very boring, and I don't care much about him or anything that happens to him.
He
But, you
just,
know,
he just straight up told her dad, like, hey, I'm in love with your daughter. I don't care if you don't like it. I want to be with her.
she wants to be with me. I'm like, points to you for conviction. You're talking to a man like 2 or 3 times your age with like a lot of height and a lot more weight out of your weight class. So, you know, he's got conviction.
I definitely like his portrayal a little more in the anime than I do in the manga, but I'm still
You
not.
did mention that. Do you want to explain why?
I'm not crazy about him. So just, and this all goes in like with some of the things, like just some of the lines that they give him in the manga. And this is also like including like the little bell collar thing. Like it kind of just makes him sound sort of possessive, I guess. And
Oh dear. He's not Mark, he's Johnny.
But I don't really care for him that much. Anyway, but we also get a little bit more insight on like why her father is also kind of protective of her, because I guess I'm not sure. It says she was very small when she was born, but they don't specify if she was a preemie or anything like that.
I think we can assume a little bit, maybe.
Yeah. But
I mean,
he
there
would,
can be complications here and there that you're just small.
yeah. I mean, I was born small, but not that small.
I mean, you are small.
Yeah, I'm tiny. I'm chibi. But so he would go and like see her like in the little glass enclosure every day and like talk to her like through the glass, you know, like basically tell her to keep fighting. So it's more like it's showing like how I guess like a father's attachment to his daughter and like his overprotectiveness is kind of like sort of a way of showing that he cares a lot, but at the same time he needs to know when to like step down.
Yeah. Yeah, and that was actually kind of nice, the way that
So-
they're kind of portraying this. He's a little goofy, but at the same time
Yeah.
it's like, okay, this guy's heart is definitely in the right place, and you got to appreciate that a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I've said this about Madoka's parents before, I like that they're actually active and involved in their children's
Yeah.
lives, outside of just being there to provide, like, a bed.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
even though I don't know that we see the parents that much in this show, because it's not about them,
No.
that you still get like moments where it's like, oh no, I actually care about my kid. I care about what they're doing and why and how and all this sort of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I think like episodes like this, these can be good for at least like rounding out, not necessarily Zoe and Mark, because they pretty much stay the same,
Yeah.
but like rounding out the family, the world that they're in, their situation and everything.
Mhm.
It's kind of nice.
Which also kind of makes sense as to why they put this sort of episode in here, because they're 13.
And that's true.
So it is like for parents kind of concerning that like their kids who are in like middle school are dating, which I wasn't dating when I was in middle school, but Gab, I know you were dating people when you were in middle school.
Yeah. I had my first significant other at like 14.
That's actually high school range.
Yeah, that's-
So that's.
I mean, I was in 8th grade last year of middle school. For
Okay,
us.
so you were one of those people who like birthday like late in the year or something, or
No, my birthday's
or, no,
January.
yeah, we just celebrated your thing, but
Yeah.
yeah, so, but like late in the school year, like second half of the school year, January.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Makes sense.
So I was an 8th grader who I had like just turned 14.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was 23 when I first got my first significant.
Actually,
Yeah.
was I 14? No, I was 13 going on 14.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's 8th
I was
grade.
gonna say, I think I do remember, Gab and I have known each other for a very long time.
You're related.
Way to drop the bomb.
Yeah. Surprise. But
Like
yeah.
I've known my brother for like 20 something years. Yeah, because I met him when I was 2. I wonder why we know each other so well. I mean, you guys aren't siblings, but you know.
Do you want to just drop the ball and add more information?
I'm sorry, was I not supposed to tell people? Or
I don't care.
I mean...
I just wasn't sure how Chibi felt about
Oh, I don't care.
it. Okay.
I.e. we're
Whatever.
cousins. Hello. But, like, I remember, because I think it was a Christmas party, and you were going to go see said significant other to go ice skating?
Yep.
I want to
No,
say
roller
that's what
skating.
Roller skating. That's
Yep.
what it was.
Roller skating in the middle of winter, but there's salt on the roads.
It was my first date.
Good for
Aw.
But yeah.
Anyway.
you. It was right when Tokyo Mew Mew was coming out, wasn't it?
Actually,
Man,
no.
that was good for you.
That came out like 3 years prior.
When did this come? When
This
did Tokyo Mew
this
Mew?
aired in like 2005 in America.
Yeah, I would have been middle school for me.
That
Or like end of middle school, I think.
we would have been
Well,
would have been in the tail end of elementary school.
I was gonna say.
I am older than you guys, aren't I?
I
Yeah.
was gonna say me and Chibi were 10, so
Yeah.
I first saw Tokyo Mew Mew when I was 8.
So
You're kind of the youngest of all of us, aren't you?
No, Yin is.
Well, now I feel weird.
But
Alright,
only
well,
by like a few months younger than me.
All right.
so you and Yin are the same age, just a couple months apart.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Anyway, we're getting
Anyway.
off track.
Let's end with like what I thought was actually the funniest part of this episode, where like the dad is like he's like, I approve of this. You do your thing and yada yada yada. And he goes home and cries about it. It's like, oh, my little girl's all grown up. And the mom's like, oh, it's okay, honey. You want to make another? I'm
And
like,
he's like, what?
does he not know how the first one happened? Anyway, that's that. And
Yeah.
oh god, we got 3 more episodes to talk about.
Yeah.
We get off course a lot.
Well, this is what happens when you have like 4 people together just talking, and you're talking about one subject, and then the subject always diverges.
Yeah. Speaking of diverging and talking about other weird random things, so Tea Party Time.
Yeah.
Tea Party Time. This was kind of like, I don't know if... It was kind of funny. Like, I guess just... Okay, so Mint is having... I'm going to call her... What was her real other name? Karina?
Karina.
Yeah, Snobby Leia is having a big to-do tea party that they have every year. Their family has. They invite foreign dignitaries and
Diplomats.
yeah, the big high honchos and
Celebrities.
VIP access type stuff. Like, you guys remember that episode of Gravity Falls
Yes.
with the party where everyone got turned into trees? Yeah, it's basically that. Minus the ghost turning everyone into trees. Kind of.
Trees.
I do like that ghost. That was a cool ass ghost. But yeah, she invites her common folk friends. And they're like, why? What are you doing? You're planning something. You never do something nice for no reason.
I honestly feel like they kind of undercut her a little bit in the anime, because her friendship with, at least with Ichigo, is a little more pronounced, I think, in the manga, but that's just my thoughts. I don't know.
Yeah, but it's a comedy, so you gotta play up a little bit of some of their tropes.
Yeah, I guess. Or maybe I'm just reading the manga and I'm reading too much into things.
Hey, read into them as much as you want. I mean, that's what we do here. We just read into how much about one episode of Madoka.
That's true.
Well, yeah, so they all come, and Zoe and Bridget not exactly feeling like they're in it,
Yeah.
because they're like kind of underdressed. They couldn't afford like fancy ball gowns and whatnot, and they're like, I don't know what to talk with the diplomat from Zimbabwe. Do we even speak the same language? I don't know. Meanwhile, Monkey is just eating everything.
Uh-huh.
They're in their own world. They don't give a crap about what anyone else thinks.
No.
And Karina, of course, in her element, and Wolf is like just looking fine as hell and getting everybody around them. Then a gaudy monstrosity comes out of the sky, and no, it's not an alien. It's a helicopter covered in roses and a
Chariot.
carriage and all that stuff. And it's
Yeah.
and out comes this annoying blonde girl who proclaims that she is Karina's eternal rival. And Karina's just like, oh, God, this bitch.
Again.
They just don't want this person to exist.
No, not
And
at all.
we find out the true reason why the other Mew Mews were brought to this party. Karina just needs a buffer.
Yep.
So, and they're like, this girl is trying to talk about their backstory, like so many years ago we met and it was a fateful encounter. She just walked right past her, didn't even pay her any mind, and she's just like, huh? And it was like, I don't know, this weird girl who laughs weird, and I don't know what to say about this person other than they're just an annoyance.
Yeah. No.
That's it.
There's nothing really else to say about her other than, like, she's very spoiled. She's used to getting what she wants. Like, it was to the point that her mother and father, like, bought her everything she ever wanted, even her friends. So...
Yeah.
Like, she has no real friends to speak of.
Nope.
So, her interactions with Mint basically are her kind of like her social interactions, like some of the real only social interactions that she has, considering that their interactions aren't bought.
Mm-hmm. She's very tsundere.
Yes.
Which I guess works out. Everyone's into a little bit of everything in this show, I guess.
Yeah. But anyway, so the reason why that the girls are also at the party is because Mint has something in a box that she wants to share with them.
Yes. And of course the aliens show up thinking it's not Blue Aqua, it's Mew Aqua. Because that's a big difference for a dub.
Uh-huh.
Why wouldn't they just call it Mew Aqua in the dub?
I don't know.
Good question.
Like, didn't I say that when we were originally watching this, Blue Aqua sounds like such a redundant name?
Yeah, and then I told you it was Mew Aqua in the sub.
I probably said back then that's
redundant. Yeah.
no, the Blue Aqua was redundant, but Mew Aqua, that makes more sense.
Yeah. That actually was what you said.
Okay. Anybody who wants to check tape, feel free to. I could use the views. Had to find where we were actually talking. There's like 12 other episodes of this. Anyway, yeah. So aliens show up and they want the box, and Dren's like, bitch, give me the box, and they're like, no, I'm not gonna give you this box, and Dren's like, bitch, I want that box. What's in the box? And the rich girl's like, I'm taking the box, and you can't have the box. Don't call me a bitch, you Rudy Patootie. And he's like, all right, well, you know what? I'm gonna do what I always do. And he takes this rich old man and ironically turns him into a dinosaur, and he starts kicking everyone's ass.
He's a dinosaur in armor.
He's a dinosaur in armor with a needle breath disco rave weapon. Everyone gets really weird rave colors whenever they get hit by this thing.
Yeah.
So
It's like you take a rave and you turn up the bass to like 10.
he's an old man who's into EDM.
Yes.
God, what a weird world we lived in 2005.
The anime originally came out in 2003, 2002.
Whatever. That was definitely middle school then. But yeah, they're even Wolf can't take this thing down. Wolf's the one who takes down everything.
Yep.
But yeah, so the Blue Knight shows up, cuts a bitch, and he's like, shoot it in the mouth, and then he leaves.
Yep.
And so they shoot it in the mouth, and it dies.
You
or
know what?
Gets split off.
You know what that reminded me of, that whole scene?
Hmm.
That reminded me of, like, you know how when you die in a video game and
I was about to be like, I haven't died yet. What happens when you die in a video game?
and how they'll kind of give you, like, little hints, or, like, your little companion will, like, give you a hint to, like, where to go to, like, kill the enemy, and then, like, you're like, oh, that's the weak point, and then, like, you do some maneuver that'll, like, hit it in the weak spot.
So you're saying that's Navi?
Yeah!
Yeah. That sounds about right. And that seems to be what his purpose has been in this last couple... Actually, probably most of the time that he's been there. He either catches Zoe or says, you have to hit it in a certain way, and then leaves. Or both. And that's it.
Yes.
I think he fought Dren once. That's about it. That's definitely it.
Uh-huh.
He is just kind of there.
He is also so much more flirtatious in the manga.
See, where's that? That would be funny as hell to me.
It's right here within the first couple pages.
Well, guess what?
of
This is not a
frickin'
video
book.
media right now, so it doesn't matter.
I know.
One day, people. Don't count on it. I don't know.
Ah.
But yeah, they fight, they kill it. We find out what was in the box. It was tea
Yeah.
for the tea party. There's its special tea imported from somewhere on a carriage on the highway. That looks so weird. Like, I'm pretty sure that's against certain regulations. You cannot. I really doubt you can have a horse-drawn carriage carrying stuff around on a major highway.
Yeah.
It's like, that's a highway where it's like the speed limit is probably like 55 or whatever, and a horse barely goes over 25, I think. You're an obstructing traffic at that point.
Yep.
I don't know, how fast does a horse go?
I don't know.
Well, it's basically like at least in Western PA, like we have the Amish sometimes. It's like something like that.
Yeah, but that's not 376.
Nope.
You can't take a horse on the parkway.
Those are like rural highways.
Yeah.
Like those have like specific highway numbers, and those things are in the thousands.
Yeah. So, again, let us know in the comments how fast a horse can go on a regular basis. And then put two of them and have them dragging carriage, so it's probably half of whatever they're supposed to be running. But, yeah, so outside of that, they get tea. They have special tea with special cakes. And everyone's sitting out on the lawn, and then Zoe goes over to the rich bitch, the other rich bitch. And is like, hey, you should join us for tea. She's like, but I don't drink tea. You're going to drink this tea. And they force tea down her throat, very waterboarding style. And no, that didn't happen. They do force her to drink tea, but...
And they shove a tea cake in her face.
Yep. And everything's better, I think. Maybe. She's still tsundere, and she's like, you're invited to my thing, even if I don't know. I'm going to have a better tea party than you next year.
Yeah, basically, and that's where it leaves off.
Yep. That happened.
Yep.
And then other things happened. Then the next one's a little more weird.
It is
and
a
interesting.
weird episode.
I kind of like this one. Like, it's weird. I think I just like Monkey. I think I just love that murdering little psychopath that she is. Because I still genuinely believe the Monkey wants to really hurt people. Because anytime... And maybe it's just their character and how they're designed, but they are so often portrayed with like this weird like cat-like smile, even when something terrible is happening.
Yeah.
Like I mentioned this before, whenever not Mark was being attacked by, or like falling off a cliff or something, she's like looking like, oh yes, let's see death today. And yeah, she's just, I don't know. I think she's a little psycho. I kind of like it, but yeah. Anyway, they're fighting a giant cactus man.
Yeah.
That's how the episode starts, so it's
yeah.
already in a great place.
Hell yeah.
One of Tart's creations.
Yeah, he's into plants, I think.
Plants
Toys.
and toys.
Plants and toys, yeah. But I think we mentioned this before. He actually cares about the creatures that he makes, for the most part. So
Yes.
we're going to say that of the Team Rocket members, he's definitely James. But turns out the Mew Mews don't beat this one. It got punched to death by Bruce Lee. I'm not even joking. No superpowers required. Dude just comes up and Fist of the North Star just super punches him. Punches the Cactus Man to death.
Yep.
It was kind of awesome. But, oh my god, Monkey recognizes that style and the person. And it's Ron.
Ron Uevine.
We're calling him Ron. Like, you think that'd be a dub name. It's not. His name is just Ron.
Yeah.
And, yeah, so he's hanging out, and like turns out he's a disciple of her father, who's a powerful kung fu master from China. It was like, okay, I can buy that. I think that might have been mentioned at another point, like maybe in an earlier episode.
It was mentioned in the previous episode about she was talking about her father, and we actually did get to see like a picture of him.
Yeah, he looks like a Street Fighter character, and they fight and whatnot. And anyway, he's there because he wants to be the successor to the dojo, and the only way that he can be is if he defeats the current successor, which of course is Monkey. And she's like, all right, I accept your challenge. So they start spinning plates on sticks, and then they start kicking each other, and you feel like I'm making this up. I'm not making this up.
Nope.
Go back and watch the tape. Yeah, they are the power of the plate spinning mantis and the plate spinning flamingo, and they just like kind of kick each other until Bruce Lee kicks the 8-year-old's ass.
And she drops the plates.
She drops the plates, and he's like, "Aha! I have won. I am now the successor of the dojo, and you're a new husband." And just everyone's like, "What the what? No what? No what?" So it turns out, old daddy monkey said that yeah, if you beat my daughter in a fight, you get to marry her. That's it, apparently. So yeah, that's a thing, and Monkey's not having any of it.
Nope.
Because she's 8. And even she has enough sense to be like, you're 30.
No thanks.
Mm-hmm. Well, anyway, he's trying to endear himself to this child.
And her family.
Yeah, of children.
Uh-huh.
There's a whole lot of weirdness going on here. He says he's willing to wait, but like, why? I don't...
Why is this even a thing at all?
This shouldn't be a thing.
No.
But yeah, he cooks and cleans and watches the kids and...
Picks up her baby sister from daycare.
Yeah. Seems like a good babysitter, for the most part, until they start kicking his ass. But yeah. Oh, and he is violating a lot of health codes at the restaurant because he slices up a cake with a sword, and there's a whole lot of safety issues involved because he's flipping through the air while he's doing this. This is a big sword with a lot of people around. I'm like, people could die here, man. You should really not be doing this right now. Anyway, he eventually, like, he's dusting and he messes up this photo album of Monkey and her mom.
Yeah.
And that's the last straw. And she's done. She wants him out and she runs away. And no one can find her except she's on the roof of the cafe.
And she's basically, like, boarded up the doors, like, made it so no one can get up to her.
No, I'm not coming down till I figure out my future. You're 8. You got a while before any of this is legal. Anyway, alien attack, because we needed one. And, we have to have some other things going on. So they all run off to... The rest of the group runs off and...
To the wrestling ring.
Well, it's not a wrestling ring. They're actually boxing. It's a boxing tournament.
Boxing ring, yeah.
I was hoping for wrestling. And the minute they said, "Welcome to the World Heavyweight Championship," I'm like, WWE? Maybe? I don't know.
But...
I'm trying to think who was big during 2003. I want it to be the Macho Man, but... oh, God. What if there was an animal chimera fusion with Macho Man Randy Savage?
Oh.
That would be the best episode ever, hands down. Don't care if whatever else comes out. Oh, yeah. But no, there's a boxing match, and the ring card girl gets turned into a kangaroo with the baby kangaroo, which I'm wondering where that came from. Was there a second soul involved? What if the ring girl's pregnant?
Maybe.
Oh my God, there are so many other things. Who's the father?
We don't know. She's just a random pedestrian.
Oh my God, there are so many stories for the side character that I'm just like, what is happening here?
But anyway, the reason that the aliens are there is because they think that giant orb on top of the stadium contains Miwakwa.
It does.
That's why.
Spoiler, but yeah. Meanwhile, Tart, whatever his name is, goes and kidnaps Monkey because, I mean, he's just into her. I think we figured it out, right? They're just... I don't know.
They're two lollies.
Gav ships it.
I do.
Weirdo.
I mean, it's the only one age appropriate for her.
Do we know how old the alien is?
We really don't.
He could be 3,000 for all you know.
Well, the only
you
one
could have
who
an Edward
looks,
Cullen situation going on here, and you're just endorsing it.
The only one who looks age appropriate. For
Looks
her.
can be very deceiving. We talked about this with Magia record. But yeah, so he ties her up. There's some weird fetishy things going on here in this episode, like titty kangaroo puncher with the baby on board.
Ichigo gets her ass kicked.
Oh, she certainly does. She gets like aura to into submission.
Yeah, like gut punch. Literally a gut punch.
Oh, after she got like punched in the face 12 times.
Oh yeah, it was bad.
Anyway, they're going to do the same to Monkey, but Monkey's able to dodge because she swings while she's tied up. But then, oh no, it's too tight now and I can't move. But then Bruce Lee pulls a Naruto replacement jutsu and takes all the punches because he got himself tied up. But Monkey's got... It's weird. It's weird. It's stealing from another anime, I feel like. We won't go into it too much.
Was Naruto even, like, out at that time when it was
I
first
think the
premiering?
manga for Naruto came out late 90s and that, and the anime... I know the anime got dubbed and was kind of brought over to America 2005 to 2007 kind of range of
that sounds
time.
about right.
So yeah, it probably would have been made around 2000, early 2000s.
Okay.
God, it's weird to think this was coming out at the same time, maybe. Did they steal from each other, or was it... Oh, there we got... Fact-checking. What do we got? Do I remember things correctly?
The manga was published in 97,
Okay.
and the original run was the end of 1999.
The manga or the anime?
Oh, the manga, my bad. The TV series was 2002.
It's okay. It's still about in the same range.
Oh, so, like, it was actually coming out around the same time that this was, then?
In Japan.
Yes.
When it got dubbed, I think it was like 2005 or 2006.
Yes.
Because I remember that on Toonami.
Wait, also the same time that this was getting dubbed?
Yeah.
2005.
It was a big time. Big time for anime. Plus, we had the internet. We could start, like, looking things up and not having to wait every week.
I know.
Actually, it's Naruto is the reason that I actually found out about anime on the internet, because I was, like, looking stuff up about it. Oh, God, there's only this many episodes? Oh, but there's new ones in Canada already.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, there's an undubbed version of this? They have it in Japanese, but it's like there's already all 100 extra episodes?
That was like me with Tokyo Mew Mew, but also that was also me with Oleron High School Host Club.
There you go.
Because I was like, there's this show? Oh, what's this? Because I'd seen, like, YouTube videos using the characters from it, and I was like, oh, this seems kind of cool and sort of cute. What's this? So I started watching it. It was like, oh my god.
Yep.
This show!
Yep. That's how that's our generation. We figured out, you're not an OG anime fan unless you watched it in 240p.
In 240p.
With the worst looking Comic Sans subtitles.
On pirated websites.
No, it worked on YouTube for me.
Okay.
That was before YouTube got really copyright crazy.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. I mean, you guys watch this on YouTube.
Yeah,
There are still some that you could get on there.
I'm not sure if it's, like, licensing or whatever.
Part of it might be.
So
Maybe it's just so old that they know they're not going to make money off of it that much, so they're just like, screw it, we don't care. We got bigger properties.
well,
to
they
work
got
with.
the new manga coming out, so...
So yeah, maybe they'll take them down pretty soon.
No, I don't want them to.
Well, I'm saying there
Keep it
might, who
up.
knows, maybe we get a re-release.
Maybe.
Or like what do you call them? Like a Blu-ray remastering or something?
Maybe.
Maybe if the manga does well enough. I don't know. This is speculation. Anyway. What the hell were we talking about? Bruce Lee got his ass kicked by a
Yes.
kangaroo lady. By the way, her little kangaroo pouch can come out and punch Zoe in the face a little bit.
Yeah.
It's like, she cannot catch a break.
No.
But
Joey.
yeah, little Joey. And then
Who they call Punchy.
Punchy and Punch. And what if her name was Judy? Oh, there's so many layers to this. I'm still wondering if she's pregnant right now. But anyway, Monkey starts kicking Punchy in the face and kicks its ass, and then, separates the alien from the human spirit and blah, blah, blah. They blow up the top of the building.
Yep.
There's a little bit of blue aqua in there, Mew aqua, and then, Dren fucks off.
Well, we also find out what the rest of them were like this entire time they were on the roof.
Yeah, not
they
doing much.
disappeared.
They really dropped the ball on that one.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Bruce Lee's off to China again to continue his training and hopefully to make himself worthy of having Monkey as his wife. And Monkey's like, fuck off. Okay, she didn't say that, but I was just like, this is creepy.
Yeah.
And she's still like, I don't want to be your wife. I'm like, you got, 10 years before this might actually become a thing. You got time to figure out how to get out of this, I think. I don't know how that's all going to work out.
Yeah.
We won't see it work out because I know the series is going to end before she's 18.
Yep.
Anyway. Yeah, that was that episode. And we have one more to talk about. God, we're
34!
taking a long time to get through this today.
Well, we're going off on tangents a lot.
We are. Is this just not interesting enough of a show to keep our interest?
I mean, I still want to see it go to the end.
I know you do.
This is a yay for me. You know this.
Well, maybe it might. I don't know. Will it be a yay after this next one? It's a lettuce episode. You know, to be fair, one of my favorites was that lettuce episode in the library where the dust mites like attack people by reading the Brothers Karamazov.
Uh-huh.
That was really weird and funny. This one.
It's also kind of dark to read for a children's show.
Oh, come on. You think any of the kids were actually going to look that up? What were they reading?
Probably not.
But yeah, so... Yeah, Lettuce, there's a charity fair going on, and Lettuce decides to sell some dolls that she made, which are very well made, and everyone's like, yeah, that's cool. Meanwhile, Karina's having trouble selling an ancient Russian wardrobe from the Romanov dynasty. Weirdly enough, because it's cost 10 million yen, which is like $100,000 in American, possibly more, I don't know. Yeah, so that happens, and then a famous doll maker comes up to Lettuce and is like, hey, these are really cute. You want to work with me sometime? We know where this is going.
Yes.
And they go and work together, and then, like, you brought this up.
Uh-huh.
That Lettuce's voice actor in the Japanese might have been, like, a singer?
Well, the thing is like, all of Lettuce's episodes are accompanied, like, with a montage of someone singing.
Yeah,
so
it's usually... And we were kind of wondering,
is
she
that...
the girls, too?
Well, maybe
It
not
always
just
seems
that.
like this lovey-dovey montage. It was first with Library Guy, and now it's with this girl, and it's like...
Maybe
there
she's
might
bi.
have been
We
another
don't know.
one there. Everyone seems to be swinging a couple different ways, except for Zoe. She is, like, only on Mark.
Yeah.
Except for apparently you say there's something with Elliot or Dren. Weird.
I mean, it's like...
Dren is clearly into Mark.
There's a lot of, like, different, like, blushy moments. Like, there's a couple different, like, ships that were going on in the manga. Anyway, so they're working together. Not sure if the singer for the montage is Lettuce's voice actress. If anyone knows, please let us know down in the comments. It's really bothering me right now. Anyway, so they finished making this doll, which is kind of like a
Magic Lettuce.
magic lettuce. So, little context. The original doll that she bought was basically like a smaller, like, sort of animal version of, like, Lettuce's magical girl transformation. But this new doll that they made together is basically, like, say that the first one was, like, your basic, first Pokemon, like, your basic Pokemon, and then this one is the evolution. It's basically, like, going from, God, what was that one steel Pokemon? I'm sorry, guys, I'm not a Pokemon person.
What, the seal?
Yeah, like, the little seal one.
Seal?
Poplio
Poplio. Poplio.
and Primarina?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the evolution into that.
I thought you were just talking about seal, and I was like...
Seal Durong!
Seal?
No. No. Anyway.
You gotta
So
play Pokemon.
it's kind of like that. I don't...
Lettuce needs to design some Pokemon.
Yeah, she needs... Game Freak needs to hire her because she's got the game designer thing going. But anyway, so they she takes, like, they finish the doll. The girl's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna sign it up for this doll exhibition that's going on. I've already signed up all your paperwork and everything. You're already entered.
Let me take care of everything.
Yeah.
And yeah, they show up and Lettuce's name ain't on nothing.
No.
She's like, I designed this. I don't even know you. Everyone's like, yes, you're a genius. We trust everything that you say. And she's like, I feel so guilty. Because, yeah, she's a thief.
Yep.
She gonna get sued.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This is gonna hire that lawyer.
Yep.
Anyway, but, like, after, like, the girls confront her about taking, Lettuce's doll and claiming it as simply just her own, she runs into Dren and she gets turned into...
A spider.
Spider creature.
Spider lady.
Yeah.
Spider woman. And she shoots webs that attack dolls and make them attack Mew Mews and wrap them up in webs.
Yep.
But it's all beaten by the magical castanets.
Because as long as Lettuce's fingers are moving, she's able to fight.
Mm-hmm. God, there's a lesbian joke in there.
Anyway.
I'm sorry, she was
on.
clearly into the doll maker. Very clearly.
I mean, I'm not saying she wasn't.
Yeah.
Or was it just like it mentioned earlier that like that's her idol, like that's who she grew up liking as a doll maker, so maybe she's excited to meet her.
Oh, I bet she's excited.
Wow.
I'm just saying, Karina was also very excited to meet Renee.
She was.
Yeah.
She is just straight up into her. But to be fair, I'm going to give her points. She's been very calm about it lately.
Yeah.
So.
We're going to get another episode with the two of them later on.
Oh boy, can't wait.
Yay. Anyway, so they defeat the spider lady, talk to her about the doll.
It's like, we'll see you in court.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah, I don't know how well that got resolved.
I don't know.
Like, hey, I'm going to give you credit. She never said that.
No.
She's just like, I did a bad thing. Are you going to fix it? No. Like, you getting sued.
Yeah, but she stole the idea because apparently she was in a creative slump and was hurting for a new idea.
And I guess she hadn't heard a little slugger yet, so.
Yeah,
oh.
that was a thing.
Possibilities.
So, that's it.
Yeah, that's it for this week.
Envy, this was your first time seeing the Mew Mew episodes. What did you think?
Well, I mean, going in completely 100% blind and not knowing what exactly the show was about,
I like that you admitted that you did not rewatch any of our old episodes at all. It's cool. Go with your things.
I mean, it looks intriguing, and it's kind of interesting that they run a maid cafe during the day, and then they fight the magical monsters. I'm just waiting for the Auron people to meet them up in a crossover, just coming to the cafe.
The only person that they would run in the same circle with is Karina.
Yeah.
Okay, those other people, way too poor for them.
Mm-hmm. Commoners.
Mm-hmm.
Damn rich people.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, yeah, those were an okay set of filler episodes.
I thought they were better than the last ones. I
Yeah.
found the last one's kind of boring.
Oh yeah, the last ones were definitely boring.
Yeah.
So boring.
Maybe it's because most of them kind of revolved around Mark.
Yeah.
At least half of them did. Or had something to do with Zoe's relationship with Mark.
Yeah. Like the whole cat episodes.
Yeah. And right after the cocoon thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Maybe I just don't like Mark.
I'm telling
or
you,
Zoe.
I don't like that ship. I would just kind of prefer her, like, I don't know, like, I don't mind that she's, like, sort of boy crazy. I don't mind that. I don't care. She's 13, whatever. But it's like, I don't like the guys that, like, are the obvious, like, ones that, like, the creator made to pair with her.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like them. Like, I don't like Mark. I don't really care for Elliot. Dren's just funny.
Yeah, especially in the dub. He's the best.
Although, apparently he's a bit of a pervert in, like, the manga. I don't know. It, like, that's at least what she calls him.
Yeah, I'm sure
Overly
she does.
flirtatious.
Yeah, but it worked so well whenever it was dubbed. Not the way he says kitty cat. But yeah, I know this is a yay for you.
Yeah.
How about you, Envy?
I mean, I'm abstaining because that was the first time I've seen the show. So.
Of the episodes you've seen, what do you think? Would you continue to watch this or not?
I mean, I was entertained by it, so I guess yay. Sure.
Okay. Gav, what's your thoughts?
I'm always a yay.
I was just say that. I mean, it's like Chibi and Gav grew up watching the show.
I'm still a meh because I feel again like I'm having less fun than I was with the dub, but it's a more positive meh today. It's closer to a yay than a nay.
So last week it was a meh. This week it's meh.
Maybe next week will be a
Well,
yay.
let's see. We got like a Sakura's episode next week, along with a Elliot backstory episode,
Joy.
and then we
Oh,
got
yeah.
2 Christmas episodes.
You know, Christmas episodes can be really weird. That could be fun.
Yeah.
Miracle of the Holy Night. Wait, are they going to meet Jesus?
Miracle of the
It is a
Holy
complete
Night.
misstep if they don't.
I'm reading. What's going on?
I don't see the word Jesus anywhere, but there is someone named Messiah.
That is Mark.
Damn it! I really thought we were leading into something there. Anyway, we'll find out next week what's going on. Next week, don't forget, we're doing Magia Record 7.
Yep.
And we're doing Tokyo Mew Mew episodes 35 to 38. So come join us or don't come I don't know. Do something. Do something with your lives. Bye-bye.
Bye!
Bye.
Hey, thanks for watching, and if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe and ring the bell icon for notifications. If you enjoyed this video, give us a like, and if you haven't already, check out some of our previous episodes, our daily gaming videos, or our parody series Madoka Magically Abridged. See you next time!